You guys having a little chat. Two guys having a little chat.
All right, welcome to this time episode 32. I am TJ Wasiuk.
I'm Evan O'Neill.
And it is Thursday morning. Still kind of waking up. But we have some topics here for you to discuss that have been going on this week.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited about a couple of these.
We got COMCAST challenges Fox to buy Sky. Microsoft slowly backing out of the consumer devices. Bloodborn, Ratchet and Clank, March 6th. And iOS updates. Frequency has gone up 51% since Tim Cook. So, without further ado, we'll dive into it. So the first one is Comcast challenges Fox to buy Sky. A lot of you probably don't know who Sky is. It is a European network, kind of like a Comcast.
Get 'em out.
What's up?
Get them out! They're from the wrong place, sorry. Nah, just playing. That's Britain. It's Britain Sky.
Oh, UK. My bad. UK.
Yeah, UK.
Not European. It's not American. That's all I know.
It ain't right.
So Fox, which is now owned by Disney, has been trying to buy it, but now Comcast is trying to get a hold of that. Sky recently got the rights to a football league. I'm not sure which one. Not sure if it says in this article here, but Sky recently got the rights to a football league, which is in, besides America, huge money over there, because football, or as in soccer, is a lot bigger overseas. Okay, so just scrolling through the article here.
Yeah, Fox agreed to buy the 61% of Sky that it did not already own in a cash deal in December of 2016. But the takeover had been repeatedly held up by regulators over some concerns that that Murdoch's Fox wields too much influence in Britain. I wish we could say the same thing about CNN and Fox News.
Yeah.
Multinational companies.
And then speaking of multinational companies, Microsoft, what seems to be they've been changing focus on their branding or their strategy in the technology department. They backed out of phones recently. They of course backed out of music. The beginning of this year, they finally closed their Groove streaming service. Not sure if anyone ever knew that they had a streaming service, but they did.
Yeah, whatever it was forced upon us.
Yeah, and it was on Xbox and Windows. But now it seems like they're focusing more on software and cloud streaming. There was a graph that was in this editorial that I was reading, basically showing off the revenue by each product that they have, and Microsoft Office is like
The number
insane,
one by far.
Insane over all of them. Next is their server and products, followed by that is Windows, and then gaming. They have some search advertising after that, which is pretty small, and then even smaller enterprise services, LinkedIn, because they have LinkedIn. I think they bought that last year or the year before, and then after that is devices and other. So it seems like they're going to be possibly stop making devices. Go ahead.
Graph, we're looking at billions, and it looks like they make almost $8 billion on Microsoft Office.
That's crazy.
Everybody needs to use Word, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, every business uses Microsoft Office,
Yeah, and then their gaming is sitting right under $4 billion. So that's,
So what people are thinking is, they're gonna possibly stop making devices like the Surface, but we'll see, because it's been a popular product. They have deals with the NFL still to use the product. So moving on from there to another tech company, Apple.
Gula Text Bomb.
So there has been 11 iOS updates for iOS 11. This has definitely been the worst iOS update ever. There was recently an article put out by VentureBeat stating that since Tim Cook has taken over management of CEO, 51% there's been a 51% increase of updates on iOS devices.
Since Bob left in 2011.
Yeah, 2011. Back when Steve Jobs ruled Apple, there's about 6.75 roughly updates every 365 days. Now there's about 10.22 updates every 365 days. Could be many things. It could be, devices have gotten, more complicated. There's been more things out there that require updates, or it could just be a poor quality of quality management.
Yeah. There's got to be a factor of all of those. It can't just, but when you own a business and run a business, you got to take fault.
And I don't think he has. And this has been, 2017 was the most profitable year for Apple yet. So it hasn't really been affecting consumer buying. Stock roughly has been increasingly rising by 240%.
Yeah, it's not stopping them. It ain't hurting them.
Yeah, so great, Apple. Moving on from there, the last update I had in news was PSN. All you PlayStation owners that have PSN, Bloodborn and Ratchet and Clank is going to be free starting March 6th.
Aren't you happy you got a PlayStation now?
So now
you can play a game with me.
I can play Bloodborn with Evan, who, I don't know if you've been seeing him online, but he's been playing Bloodborn.
Yeah, it's not my first go round. I got the day. To be completely honest, I bought my PlayStation for whenever Bloodborne came out in 2015.
Oh,
I was that hyped about it. I bought my PlayStation in February. Bloodborne came out in March. And I played it. Man, it is not for everybody. It's just like a Dark Souls game. So if you've ever played a Dark Souls game, you know it's going to be challenging.
Mm-hmm.
I would say in Dark Souls you can play very defensively. In Bloodborne, you got to play very aggressively. That's a very reactionary-based game. It's got a bit of a learning curve, honestly, but I feel like it's fun. That's the reason why I've been going back through it. I like to play it this time of the year. I know this time last year I was active on the subreddit for Bloodborne, and there was a global restart day in which about I think it was something like 40,000 people jumped back up on the game. Start playing. I'm glad that it's free. I'm not sure if it's the standard edition or if it is the complete edition. The game only had one DLC, which is worth it in my opinion, because it adds probably another 15 hours of gameplay if you play it at scrub level. Also, I'm excited for the return of Ratchet and Clank, man.
I never played any of those games, but
yeah,
I'm so excited.
The remake of Ratchet and Clank is sort of like a reimagining of the first game.
Isn't this like a remastered version?
Yeah. It's basically, if I understand this correctly, it's the first game with some extra stuff that, including elements from Ratchet and Clank 2 and 3.
Cool.
So it's a platformer and gadget game. It's fun. I don't know if you've ever played Ratchet and Clank on PlayStation 2, but they're fun games.
I played Jak and Daxter. Is that similar?
Yeah. Sort of. I would feel like Ratchet and Clank is a lot more fun.
Okay.
To be honest, it really is, and it's wacky, and there's a lot to keep you playing. I'm excited. I'll probably stream that. I'll probably do a playthrough of Ratchet and Clank as well. I don't think it's multiplayer. I don't think there's any multiplayer for it, though.
Kind of like Sonic 1.
Yeah. There is multiplayer for Bloodborne. So if you follow the channel and you see me online and you want to jump online, go ahead. Send me a message in the chat and let me know. We can play together.
And also, there's still the other February PSN games out there for free if you want to play. I download them. There's one called Knack, which is a platformer. It's a really interesting game. Basically, you play as a robot that can get smaller or larger based off of items you grab in the environment, and you fight against goblins. You get powers from crystals, and you can shoot or tornado or power slam. It's just a basic like platformer game. And then there's Rim, I think it's pronounced. It's R-I-M-E. When I first downloaded it, it looked a lot like Wind Waker. Like the graphics are cell shaded. It's very puzzle based. It's a puzzle based game. There isn't really any combat. You just are basically walking around an island, trying to figure out what's going on. It's pretty cool. It's a nice, relaxing game, but those are still free until the 6th.
I know. I don't download every game that comes out, but I'll click add to library so I can go and download it later if I want to.
Which is awesome. Definitely, I recommend that if you have PlayStation. You never know if you ever want to try a new game.
Yeah, and if you don't have PlayStation Plus, this month is the month to get it. Just saying.
Games. I mean,
Bloodborne normally retails for, I think, $20.
$20, and then I think Ratchet's like 30 at least.
Yeah. Ratchet and Clank and Bloodborne, man, wow.
What a good month.
Both of those at the same time. These last couple of games that have been coming out, I've been like, meh. But these two, I bought Bloodborne and its DLC full price because I felt like it was worth it, and I still feel like it was worth it. So if you can grab it for free, do it. It's one of the best free games you ever play. Moving on, you went and saw Senses Fail last night.
Oh yeah. So I went. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I went to go see Senses Fail. I met up with Jake Gill. He was there. Didn't really care for their new music, as you were discussing with you, but apparently, a few things. One, he moved to Flagstaff, Arizona. He was talking about that, and then he was shitting on Arizona for not having good Italian food, which there's a few places that do have good Italian food, and not everything's Olive Garden. And then he was saying that the album was about his wife. I thought like 2 years ago, didn't Buddy say that he was gay?
Bisexual.
Oh, bisexual. Okay. Yeah, so I was really confused when he was discussing that. But he said his wife had a miscarriage, and then his wife gave birth. She had a 58-hour labor. Yeah. And at the end, after giving birth, she had a hemorrhage and was bleeding out. So he thought she was going to die. And he said that he was on the brink where he always dealt with depression, but he was on the brink where he was contemplating suicide. So that's what the album's about. However, I don't really care for any of it. But
yeah,
they played some good classics. It does. He's go ahead.
Who else opened? Who else played?
I honestly didn't watch the openers. I got there late. I got there just as Senses Fail started playing. Because I worked till 8 and the show started at 6. Yeah, and then before that I went to this local brewery with Jake, and then we walked over there.
You grab any sweet merch?
No, I didn't buy anything this time. I typically do though, but I just didn't.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the show just a little bit.
No, I did. I had a fun time. I always like going to venues like that are small, like the Niles where I was at, and then we went to see who did we see? At Club Red when you were here.
Every Time I Die?
Every Time I Die, thank you. Yeah, those type of venues. I like those smaller venues rather than, big amphitheaters or, pavilions. But yeah, hopefully we'll see some more coming up here soon.
Okay. I'm going to be moving here at the end of this month being March, since today is March 1st. I'm going to be moving into a new apartment, and I think very shortly after that, so I'll be moving at the start of April, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to WrestleMania in New Orleans, that I'm very excited for. I'm very excited.
Dude, that's so cool.
I want to go see the WrestleMania.
Dude, that's awesome. I feel like it's going to be so wild there.
Boy, it's WrestleMania! Woo! I'm stoked. You should come, dude.
Yeah. Just get a ticket out there.
Hang out with me in the nosebleeds.
So you watched Raw this month or this week when Rana came out?
When who?
When Rana came out and slammed Triple H, I saw.
Oh yeah. That was at Fastlane that happened, or not Fastlane, the Elimination Chamber that happened.
Elimination Chamber, that's right. And then who won?
Yeah.
The Elimination Chamber.
Roman Reigns.
Oh, like you said.
Reigns. So it'll be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, and I'm pretty sure at WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar's going to lose to Roman Reigns. Supposedly he's going to try to go back to the UFC this summer.
Okay, so
he's going to have to give up that belt.
Yeah, speaking of that, UFC. I want to discuss this. There is a fighter. His name, notoriously, is Bones Jones. He is a pretty fucking great fighter, but he always fucks up. He's attempted 3 fights with Daniel Cormier. On the 3rd fight, he finally got in and beat the shit out of him, made him cry. I don't know if you saw that interview. Oh, well, it's kind of like a UFC meme. Joe Rogan mistakenly interviewed the loser of that fight, and of course the loser's going to be upset, so Daniel Cormier was crying on camera. But they found some stuff in his system after the fight. The drug results came back. What they're thinking is there was creatine in his cocaine, because that's just Bones. He usually doesn't care and does cocaine sometimes. But he got a $205K fine. He's banned from the MMA by the California Athletic Commission. However, that doesn't mean he's banned from the Vegas commission. So he can still technically fight in Vegas, and people are wanting him to fight Brock Lesnar. Because Brock Lesnar also got popped for enhancements when he fought in the UFC last time. So, we'll see. I feel like the UFC is getting a lot like the WWE with its drama.
Yeah. Huh? All right.
Yeah. All right. I recently purchased some new Blu-rays, so I watched the Predators series. I watched Predator 1, 2, and the Predators, which is technically the 3rd one. First one, great, classic. Second one,
classic.
Is fucking but it has some hilarious moments, some hilarious dialogue.
Right, it's a classic.
Yeah, and then there's Predators, which was okay. It was a fun watch. But I found out. Go ahead.
For the lore.
Yeah, for the lore, exactly.
It explains that there's 2 types of predators. There's mountain predators and jungle predators.
Mm-hmm. And I watched a sneak peek behind the scenes, and Robert Rodriguez, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
The guy that did Dusk Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robert
Rodriguez.
Yeah,
and Planet Terror and a bunch of stuff.
So he was.
And Spy Kids.
He was going to write the script for Predators, but they decided to make it more like Alien vs. Predator last minute. And he said that he went to Arnold to put him in. He wanted Arnold to be in the 3rd one. And Arnold was like, "We got to go back to the jungle." And then, because, the 2nd one's in the city in Los Angeles, which ultimately they did go back to the jungle. They're on a planet. But when I was looking up on IMDb, they are making a new Predator this year. Comes out September.
Probably a remake.
Yeah, it has Olivia Munn, Thomas Jane, and a few other people I recognized on there. So that'll be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting movie year.
I'll see it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I'll see it. I mean, why not?
Yeah,
it's Predator.
You said you've been watching some stuff.
Yeah, I've been watching Lord of the Rings over the past week. Nothing new there.
The whole series?
Yeah. Now it's time to watch The Hobbit, but I don't have any Hobbit DVDs, and Hobbit's not on Hulu or Netflix, so gonna have to do that through less than savory methods. Just put the damn movies on the damn Netflix, man.
What the hell? I mean,
it was. I thought it used to be.
The Hobbits?
Yeah.
I thought they were.
Otherwise, I hadn't been doing too much in my spare time. Just streaming Bloodborn and playing or watching Lord of the Rings. I'm on a little hiatus from Monster Hunter World right now. I hit a wall, I feel. And I'm sure that there's people who'd be like, Evan, you're a scrub. And I'd be like, yeah. But when the game's not fun anymore, you should probably take a break from it.
Yeah. That's what games are for, man, to be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? You're supposed to enjoy the game when you're playing it.
Exactly. After, let's see. I'm not sure what I'll stream after Bloodborn. Bloodborn might take a while. Bloodborn might have to coexist at the same time as Ratchet and Clank. I might pick up Ratchet and Clank next week whenever it comes out and start streaming that and trying to work out that time. I'm going to have a couple of days where after I move where I'm not going to have internet, so that's going to be an issue too. But I expect my Bloodborne series to be pretty long because I want to platinum the game.
Hell yeah.
I want to finally do that. I'm eager. I have Shovel Knight. I've been playing that off and on. It's fun. I want to maybe document that, even though it's pretty challenging. It's a fun game.
Also on PSN, they have a discount on Horizon Zero Dawn because it's been out for a year. I saw that it was discounted for PSN users and also regular price, but it's even cheaper for PSN users. That's one game that I still want to play. I know I have a friend that has it that I probably will borrow from instead of purchasing it and save myself some money. But other than that, on my end, I haven't really been up to too much. Just been playing Uncharted 4. Slowly, not as fast as I was with the other games. This game is a lot more in depth. What are you gonna do
when you beat that game?
There's another Uncharted game. Isn't there Uncharted Legacy? You're frozen. Now you're back.
Alright, you said Uncharted 4 slowly.
Yeah, I've been playing it slowly. It's really it's a lot more in depth than the other games because the other games were on PlayStation 3. This one, of course, is a PlayStation 4 Uncharted, which I like it a lot. There's graphics are freaking great. The story is awesome. It has a chapter where you can play a level of Crash Bandicoot while the characters banter with each other, which was pretty fun. But after Uncharted 4, I think, wasn't there Uncharted Legacy? I think was the next one.
Maybe.
Or was that before Uncharted? I don't know. But I saw there's that. And then I still have that zombie game made by Bad Dog.
Naughty Dog?
Naughty Dog.
The Last of Us?
The Last of Us, thank you. I still have that to play. Because I got that as well.
You should like that if you like Uncharted. It's, near the same game.
Well, yeah, I was playing that. Remember, I was telling you I was stuck on that part with in the beginning with yeah. So. Anywho, that's pretty much all I have. What's up?
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Every once in a while I hear people saying stuff about the podcast, which is awesome. Didn't think that a lot of people would really watch this, but there apparently is quite a few people.
They do. We appreciate it. Thank you.
So, please comment, rate, and subscribe. We have shirts available still if you are wanting a shirt. But as always, thank you. We love you. And good night. Oh, and I'll put up Alex's new song after this video.
Yeah, new song. Woo! Bye.
On my mind, yeah. On my mind, yeah. On my mind, yeah. On my mind, yeah. She been on my mind, yeah. You know you my type, yeah. I'm on my mind, yeah. I'm on my light, yeah. I'm on my mind, 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 yeah. She been on my mind, yeah. You know you my type, yeah. I just brought the height, yeah. You know you my light, yeah. Girl, you got me weeping. They try like some weak things. You know that I feel some. Jump inside your deep end. One night make this right, yeah. Your dance tell me secrets. I can feel the vibe, yeah. Just hope you ain't leaving. Bottles and more bottles and Moscato got me faded. Back when I was younger, used to judge her, now that's lame shit. Girl had the back her, now we're young and getting famous. Pull up had the lane switch. Money, that's my language. Baby, it's a sign. Bump and grind. Say what's up to my kind. Oh my God, it's my time. It's my time. I'm gon' shine, I'm feeling it. Now, this shit feel like shit. Now, they can't tell me shit. Now, show them how we get down. Yeah, you on my mind. Yeah, on my mind. Yeah, on my mind. Yeah, on my mind. Yeah, she been on my mind. Yeah, you know you my type. Yeah, I'm on my mind. Yeah, I'm on my light. Yeah, I'm on my mind. 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 Yeah, she been on my mind. Yeah, you know you my type. Yeah, I just brought the height. Yeah, you know you my light. Yeah.
I've been with my gang, liquor fall like rain. I can never change, that's just how I came. Yeah. 2 cups and I'm lit. Please don't throw no fit. Yeah. You know who I'm with. I stay with my clique.
I'm with my cliques, but I'm rolling. Had to slow, sent my colon, sent my soul up in that foreign. Cause before this I've ignored it. Cut that bricker, then we snorted. With this feeling ain't no shortage. It's the silence where my heart is. That you feel it, that's important. Hit that bounce, young. You could be the last one. Please don't pull no fast one. Love me saying when cash come. Show me what you bout, yeah. Love when you around, yeah. If you down, I'm down, yeah. Get you in that gown, yeah. Girl, you on my mind, yeah. I'm on my mind, yeah. I'm on my mind, yeah. I'm on my mind, yeah. She been on my mind, yeah. You know you my type, yeah. I'm on my mind, yeah. I'm on my light, yeah. I'm on my mind, 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 yeah. She been on my mind, yeah. You know you my type, yeah. I just brought the height, yeah. You know you my light, yeah.